Welcome into Weather Wednesday here at New England Storm Center. So we do have a coastal storm coming this weekend, and I know when a lot of people hear coastal storm or nor'easter type storm, you can think of a lot of people think of this strong, powerful storm is coming, but that's not always the case. These storms can be weaker and lower impact, and that is what's likely going to be the case this weekend. The storm will start with a mild southerly flow on Friday night before switching to a more northerly flow during the day on Saturday. So again, it's going to be a lower impact storm. It's again just kind of an ill-timed one with the weekend, but as the nor'easter works up the coast, there will be a cold front coming in from the west. This is thanks to an area low pressure well to our north that's dragging its cold front across the region. So this cold front approaching from the west, it's a sharp one, so it will produce plenty of moisture and rain in western New England. It will be coming in around the same time that the nor'easter is working up the coast. So they will interact somewhat and give all of New England rain. This is an all New England event for Friday night through Saturday. So as for timing, looks like just about all of New England is going to stay dry for the day on Friday, just cloudy, and it's going to be warm with an increased southerly flow. Rain will break out in Vermont first Friday evening after sunset. As the cold front drops in, then of course you have the coastal storm working up that will generate a lot more rain for eastern New England. And again, by Friday night and through Saturday, all of New England will be seeing rain. And with the mild air in place, this will be an all rain event for pretty much everyone. Some of the higher elevations of northern New England may end with some snow showers, but a majority of the storm will be rain, and for a majority of New England, the entire storm will be rain. So when you look at the rainfall amounts, there's probably going to be some pretty high amounts for eastern New England. Again, with the nor'easter has generally trended a bit further offshore. This would keep the higher impacts confined to the coastline and eastern Maine. So these areas could see up to an inch or maybe up to an inch and a half of rain. The areas that have a chance to see over an inch of rain will be eastern Massachusetts, particularly the South Shore, Cape Cod, Rhode Island, and then up into the mid-coast and down east Maine. These areas will also likely see gusty winds with 30 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts. At this time, it doesn't look like the winds are going to be damaging, but they are going to be gusty. You'll notice them. It'll create a wind-driven rain for areas closer to the coast. Heading further west, there will generally be less than an inch, a quarter to a half an inch, maybe some areas of 3/4 of an inch. So again, this is a lower impact storm. Flooding is not a concern anywhere in New England, and with winds remaining below damaging levels, it will mainly just be another rainy day, a rainy night, Friday night, and rain into Saturday. The heaviest rain will very likely be Saturday morning, with showers lingering through most of the day. And of course, eastern Maine being further east, they'll get into the heavier rain a little bit later. But again, all of New England will likely be seeing continued showers throughout most of Saturday, depending on just how fast the storm is able to kick out of here. It could dry out for the afternoon, especially into western New England, but, you should just expect lighter showers throughout most of the day on Saturday. And Sunday is looking dry as the storm does kick on out, dry and sunny. It will be chillier behind the cold front. Of course, in this case, chillier will likely mean just back down to average, as, we're going to be shooting well above average with this southerly flow and warm air coming into the region for Thursday and Friday. So, taking a look into the all important Thanksgiving week, it's looking like that's right around when the weather will be turning back to more unsettled, more mid-November like weather, and it's actually starting this weekend with this storm. We've been, over the past week or so on New England Storm Center, we've written a lot and talked a lot about what's called zonal flow, when the main flow is west to east and the jet stream is it's flat, which allows for generally quieter weather and weaker storms. And when storms do form in zonal flow, they zip through quickly. They don't hang around. They can't get strong. Uh, this zonal flow will be breaking down starting this weekend. This breakdown of the zonal flow is what's allowing this storm, this nor'easter for Friday night into Saturday, to come through the region, which is expected. Zonal flow, not really a strong zonal flow, I should say, not really expected for November or really throughout the winter months. So it was only a matter of time before this broke down, and it is now starting to break down. So into Thanksgiving week, this will support a storm system. For a few days now, models have been pretty adamant about a trough digging into the center of the country for the middle of next week. This will support a storm system to develop. And it's right now it is looking like New England could be in for a potential storm system for Tuesday or Wednesday, right before Thanksgiving. Again, models have been adamant about this timing on this potential storm system coming into New England right before Thanksgiving. The storm is also currently looking to be mostly rain with maybe some snow in the higher elevations. So looking at taking this early look at next week and Thanksgiving, right before Thanksgiving, it does look like it's been looking like there's going to be a storm system next week. It looks like it's going to give New England a rainy day right before Thanksgiving, before drying out for Thanksgiving. Of course, still being a week plus out, the timing could change, but again, this is what has been being produced for a couple days now. And with the breakdown of the zonal flow, that certainly does support more unsettled weather, more mid-November like weather, really, as we get into the winter months and the weather becomes more and more unsettled. It's more of a transition back to what we would expect in mid to now going into late November. So really, the early indications for next week are nothing too special, with very late November like temperatures and maybe a storm system during the week sometime. But right now, that's what it's looking like. But we will certainly keep watching the trends, as again, we are a week plus out from Thanksgiving. So we will continue watching the trends, but there's no strong signals for anything exceptional to happen weather-wise for the week of Thanksgiving. So with that said, that is going to do it for this edition of the Weather Wednesday podcast here at New England Storm Center. So as always, thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and you will hear from me again next Wednesday.